Hi there, my name is Rob Anderson. This video is effectively a meeting between you and I. The reason I've designed this short video is to try to go over some of the things that are so important in how our relationship develops. Myself as your website designer and you as the client. I've called this frequently asked questions, but effectively it is, are we both fearful and quivering that we neither of us are going to be unhappy in our relationship, client to designer. Now, firstly, before I even start, you see me as a website designer and I get that. But what I really am is I have 5 years full-time experience as online marketer. The website is in fact a tiny portion of how to make your online business work. So what I really am is I'm a lead generating specialist. I design web-based properties, and that's not just a website, that brings you more business. That's really what it is. So the important thing to understand is what you're looking for are a few things. Let me go over this. This is what you really want. And it's important that we get this sorted out, because very often in our meetings, I find with clients, we find ourselves talking about tiny points like the color of the header, the background, whereas in truth, here's what you need, and I get this. You need more leads. You need your website, the investment in it, especially time and money, to work. You need real buyers to come pouring out of your computer, your mobile, your cell phone, your email, and they must be buyers. You need your website to really look great. It must look stunning. It must have an instant brand, feel, theme. The whole concept is about creating that 2-second image. And you and I both know that when somebody arrives at something, that instant feel is everything. It's very hard to, you can spend weeks changing their mind about how and where what they're capable of from a business point of view once you've made that first impression. Right? You need your website to have really cool navigation. I mean, people are looking up keywords. They want to find a solution. They found your website based on the keywords. I've built it for how to grow purple people eaters in your garden, and that's cool. Now you need to supply them with purple people eating tips or whatever it is they were really looking for you. That navigation must be so natural. They mustn't think they're navigating. They must not have to start to get a little bit irritated or waste time searching for what their solutions are on your site. Now, I get that you don't want to use up too much of your time. You're a business person. At the same time, I also don't want to spend a lot of time where I've worked out a budget of time to do your project. I don't want to spend the time equally back and forth with you trying to chase you up for images and things. And this happens, okay? So we've got to have a pre-done, clearly written out understanding in the very beginning as to what I am going to do for you and what you're going to supply me, so that I'm not sending emails asking you, please, you haven't sent me those graphics, and you're thinking, if this idiot asks me once more for that picture, why can't he just get a picture? No, we need to know who's going to supply what so that it's pre-done and built into the pricing of your online marketing, call it website design. Right, now your return on investment, I can go up to $20,000 and build your website for that. But it's a matter of us knowing for sure, both you and I, that, and I'm very honest and upfront on this, that I'm not going to give you a $20,000 website if you only needed a $1,000 website. So it's very, very simple. Some businesses are going to need more and others less. Every single business operates differently online. Local businesses need local search. Other businesses are more social orientated. Some are simply just facts. Okay, and then finally, I get also that you want your website to be so easy to maintain that it almost becomes a non-issue. Whether you've trained one of your staff in your restaurant, in your business, in your salon, in your whatever it is, to do that maintenance, or you've got me contracted on a low maintenance, but keeping your website ticking over, bubbling, so that Google knows what's going on. Now, I understand that's what you want, and in fact, I'm presuming, remember, we have to discuss this. There might be different things you want, but it's important that we get that past, because generally what I try and do is tell you what I'm going to give you, and yeah, I'll get to that in a second and show you something that's nasty. So the great news is I can do those things. I can make your navigation work. I can make your website pop. When people arrive, they must think, wow, cool, these are the guys, you know. I love doing it. 5 years full time, no problem. 5 years as of making this. Okay, so I'm going to run through this really fast. Pause this if you want to read this. But I understand your questions and your fears. I'm so busy. Where will I find the time to look for a new website designer? The last one took forever and didn't pay attention. Social networking, what is that? Oh, Facebook. Huh? Okay, I guess I can do that too. You need to know, and I need to know, understand. If you don't vocally tell me, you know, vocalize what your thoughts and issues are, I'm not going to be able to address them. So, yeah, let's go over that. Whether you fear I'm going to be the guy, what's that first line? Can I trust this designer not to take off with my money? Well, those kind of trust issues, you need to decide on the trust or not. But other than that, yeah, no issues, as long as we've discussed any fears or concerns you have. Now, this is the bit that I joked about, where this is what I do for you. And I do these things to make that list of things that you want work. So, I'm going to, again, you want to read it in detail, pause it, but it's niche research, it's keyword research. It goes down to offline properties, bloggers, Squidoo's, not offline, other online properties, Blogger, Squidoo. These are social sites. They're bookmarking sites. Each one has a different thing. Scribe, for example, is an incredibly highly ranked, highly respected site by Google. And if you've got property you've written and is available for download on Scribed and linked to a specific page or solution on your site, you get a very, very high backlink reference on that. And you can interlink Scribe straight to your YouTube channel and not to your site. You get where I'm going? I'm already doing it. Confusing you with stuff that you don't really want to know. Understand you want to know I'm going to do all of this for you? That's great. But do you want to hear all the words? Nah. Read the list, say thanks, Rob. So we go back to this. You wanted more leads, site that looks good, works well, and doesn't harass you. I like that. So, yeah, this is it. Simple as this. How do we sort this out? How do you get a website started with me? I need to say, by the way, I am a work from home. I work from home. I'm in Baclouvin in South Africa. Incidentally, if you're international, you score a big advantage with exchange rates because, yeah, exchange rates are what they are. So in that case, we'd do a Skype or email negotiating. Local in South Africa, we can meet belly-to-belly meetings. And we need to get sorted out. The faster you and I get together, the faster we go through the options and things that your needs are and get it started, the faster you can either get your website started or I get you into a queue, as depending on how busy I am at the time. There are times when I have no opportunity for 3 months to do one, and there's other times when I can get started the next day. So that would depend on all sorts of things. Okay, my apologies for the link coming in at a light purple. I quite like purple, so it's okay. So there's the email, rob@designsmithkoza or rob@robertbruceanderson.com. I have lots of others, but those would do great. And these are my phone numbers. You could also go to some of my websites, and depending on where you'll find this video, there might be a link below it or around it telling you to go to a site, or you might have found this video on one of my websites. All good. That would depend on, here's the real thing you need, email and phone number. Get hold of me, let's get talking. If you don't start planning to do a website that's going to get you more business, then it's going to sit looking nasty on page 5 forever. Or worse, have no website at all for you. Cool, thanks for your time. I hope this video, for the short 10 minutes of your time, covered what often takes hours to get through, or to get those kind of details out of me stretched out in a meeting. So yeah, thanks for your time and good luck with your business. Thank you. Cheers.